Hey folks, it's Russ. Today's Friday, January 2nd, 2026. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can create a thriving online business in 30 days. But before I get started, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 20 years now. Been working full-time for myself since 2018, and it's my true passion to help others generate mailbox money using social media and direct mail marketing. So with that being said, it's 13 degrees out right now. The wind is blowing. It is freezing here in Maine. But I hope your new year is off to a great start. I'm super excited about 2026. I think there's a lot of good things that are going to happen to us. So, especially in the work from home space and the silver stacking space. But how you can create a thriving online business in 30 days, all right? The first thing that you have to do is you have to understand that you don't need years and years and years to create a thriving business, all right? And when I say thriving, I mean not perfect, okay? Nothing in the online world is perfect. Nothing in any business is ever perfect. Nothing in life is ever perfect, all right? I mean, just last night I was doing a live, and my live decided to cut off and freeze on me the last minute of my live, right? So there's things that happen that you just don't have any control over. So understand that a thriving business is not a perfect business, right? And it doesn't need to take years to create. You just need the right 30 days. And yet you need to stay consistent for 30 days. So what I do, or when I'm working with somebody one-on-one, I try to tell them that, you need to stay focused. First of all, you got to get rid of the shiny object syndrome, okay? So if you have shiny object syndrome and you're jumping from program to program to program, get rid of it, all right? People fail online not because they're not smart or they don't have the potential to be successful. It's because they don't stay focused. They're too busy jumping from program to program to program, looking for ways to get rich. And that's not going to work. You're never going to build an empire with that mindset. All right? If you want to get wealthy and build an empire online, you have to stay focused. Right? You can't be jumping from program to program to program thinking that you're just going to get rich. You have to have the mindset that it takes a while, right? Building an empire is a long-term project. And you have to stay focused. Right? So you have to think of the power of one. You find one opportunity, product or service that resonates with you, that you can stand behind 1,000%. You become a product of the product. Okay? You create one message around that product, service, or opportunity. And you share it to one audience. Right? And what I mean by that is you don't need to be, the whole world doesn't have to be your audience, okay? Like I like to speak to 9-to-5ers that don't like their job or that are looking to quit the rat race. People who are looking to supplement or replace their income. Okay? So think of the power of one. And once you'll know when you find that right opportunity, product, or service. It'll just resonate with you, right? I mean, it'll just resonate with you and you'll just know it. Like the programs that I'm a part of, they resonate with me. Like I stand behind them 1,000%. And that's what you have to do. All right? Because if you're just out there trying to make money promoting stuff that you don't really care about, people see that, People want to join people who are passionate about what it is that they're doing, who are excited to be showing up every day and marketing. They don't want to be, joining people who are just like in it to make money, posting all the time. Join me, join me, join me, join me, join me. Look at this opportunity. Look at this opportunity. Then next week, look at this opportunity. I had a guy who joined me a couple months ago. Okay. And my lips are so chapped and I forgot my chapstick. Joined me a couple months ago in a program, And just last week, he's sending me all these new opportunities that I should check out, that he's made money with. And I said, why did you quit the program that you were in? He's like, I didn't make any money. You didn't put any work in either. You cannot have the mindset of joining a program thinking that just because you join a program and you do a few posts on your social media that you're going to be making $10,000 in a month or any money. It doesn't work that way. It's not how it works today. You know, you have to brand yourself, and you have to be, you have to show up every day even when you don't want to. So, I just don't get it, I just don't get sometimes people's mentality. Like, you have to show up if you're going to build an empire. Empires don't build themselves, right? So, how you build a thriving business in 30 days is the first thing is you have to have a solid foundation. All right, and that goes back to your product, service, or opportunity. Something you can stand behind, something that you become a product of the product, something that you use. You don't want to be promoting things you don't use or that you don't partake in. You have to have a simple funnel that does all the selling and telling for you. And you have to have the right mindset, right? Again, long-term growth mindset. Knowing that you're not going to get rich overnight. Just because you build a thriving business, when I say thriving, it just means not perfect. Just because you build a thriving business in 30 days does not mean you're going to be making $10,000 a month in 30 days, right? This is just getting you off on the right direction. Because if you do stuff for 30 days, it's proven that people who do something for 30 days in a row, it becomes part of their subconscious, and it just becomes part of your daily routine. Okay? So when I'm working with people, I always say, listen, do it for 30 days, but then once you get past your 30 days, commit to doing 90 days. Reach that 90-day goal. And then it's really going to be burned into your subconscious. It's really going to become part of your second nature to you, where you don't even have to think about it. I wake up every morning now, I don't even think about, I just know that in order for me to build my empire, I have to show up on social media. So I'm creating some kind of content, whether it's just a regular static post, or it's a live that I do, or a video that I create, whatever it is. And then I also know this is burning to me too. These are going to the post office today. These are more letters. All right, there's 100 letters right here going to the post office as soon as I'm done here at the soap shop. Okay, I'm just here to pack up a few orders, and then I'm headed to the post office. So I know, because I've been doing this so long and I know what works, that it's just automatic to me. I don't even wake up thinking about it. It's like I'm programmed to do it. But I enjoy doing it. That's the thing. I enjoy doing this. This is not work to me. This is a passion of mine. I love everything about it. I love creating content. I love making videos. I love putting together my letters. I love the whole process of everything. Okay? So week number 1, focus on your foundation. Focus on finding a product or service. And if you're part of 20 different things right now, find one, pick the one that resonates the best with you and focus on that one for the next 30 days. All right. Make sure you have a simple funnel system set up in place, right? You want to capture people's names and emails, and you want to have an autoresponder set up that does the follow-up for you and basically does all the selling and telling for you. Okay. The programs I use, they all come with capture pages. All right. Some are optional, but they all have their own. And I use those. It's simple, right? And then you just want to make sure you have the right mindset. Now, going into week 2, you want to focus on traffic. All right. So you want to focus on content and having conversations daily. So with content, what I do is I focus on YouTube and Facebook, because they're the second and third most visited websites on the planet after Google. And I focus on direct mail. Those are the 3 things that I do. I create content on Facebook and YouTube, and I send out letters in the mail to people who are looking for ways to supplement or replace their income. Okay? That's what I do. That's all that I do. So on Facebook, I send out 10 messages a day. asking people if they're open to taking a look at an opportunity that won't interfere with whatever it is they're already doing. All right. 10 messages a day. And then I create valuable content and I show my results. Not all my results, but I show results. Every week I like to show some results that I'm getting so that people know that I'm not just here trying to make sales. I'm here actually building an empire, right? I'm not just walking the walk. I'm not just talking the talk. I'm walking the walk, right? So that is what I do. And I try to provide value in my videos. And every one of my opportunities has its own sales funnel. So my job is just to get people over to the sales funnel and let the sales funnel do all the heavy lifting. Okay? But you want to focus on traffic in week number 2. Now, week number 3, you want to focus on follow-up and staying consistent. So you go right back to week number 2. You keep creating content and keep having daily conversations. All right? It's just a rinse and repeat type deal. You're doing the same thing every day. Over and over and over and over again, even when you don't feel like doing it, even when you're tired and you don't feel good and it's cold out and all that BS, right? You have to show up every day. And I know that, I'm not downplaying if you really fall ill. I know there's times when there's just times when you don't feel like doing anything and you don't feel good. I understand that. But I'm just saying, in general, most of the time when people, they'll just come up with any excuse not to put in the work. It's like sometimes I get migraines and I'm still working. Unless I'm in bed and I can't move and I'm throwing up and I don't, there's just no way for me to possibly do anything. I'm showing up every day, whether I want to or not. Okay? And some days that might just be I do a post on YouTube and Facebook. I might not make videos, but I'm still showing up, or I might just do a simple reel or a YouTube short, but I'm still showing up. Okay? So that's what you have to do. You have to just stay consistent and make sure that you're following up with people that you're reaching out to. If you reach out and somebody, if you reach out to somebody and they write back to you and they want information, don't wait for 3 days to get back to them. Get back to them right away. Get back to them right away. You have to have good I call it customer service, because they're your potential customers, right? And then the fourth thing, in week 4, you want to just optimize what you're doing and continue to build momentum, because momentum creates motivation. And when you get motivated, you stay consistent more. That's how it works, right? Momentum is what creates motivation. And once you're motivated, you'll have no issue staying consistent. Once you start getting results and you start making sales, you're gonna be like, wow, this really works. And then you're gonna get all excited. You're gonna be motivated. You're never gonna want to stop being consistent. Okay? But that's what it is. I mean, so throw away the shiny object syndrome. If you're in many opportunities right now, find the number one opportunity, product or service that resonates with you the best, and stick with that for the next 30 days. Make sure you have a solid foundation in place. All right. And that's a simple funnel that does all the selling and telling for you, and change your mindset to a long-term growth mindset. Realizing you're not going to get rich overnight. It takes work. Right? And I can't guarantee you'll make anything by doing what I'm telling you to, because it's all dependent on your work ethic. Most people will listen to this and they'll get excited for a day or two, and next week they'll stop doing it. I see it all the time. But I'm telling you, this is what helped. What I just explained to you is exactly how I recruited over 140 people into my business opportunities in 2025. Okay? Over 140 in 2025. Most people never recruit 2 people in their entire life. So what I'm telling you works, but you have to put in the work and show up and take action and stay consistent. All right? So I'm getting a low storage on my phone. So I'm going to end this video But you want to have a solid foundation. Week 2, you want to focus on your traffic. Okay, create content and have conversations daily. At least 2 people. Get 2 people to take a tour of whatever it is you're doing every single day. All right, that compounds over time. Week 3, follow up and consistency. Week 4 is optimization and continue that momentum. Do this for 30 days. You'll have success. All right, let me know down in the comments if you're committed to doing this for 30 days. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching.